Hey there, and welcome to 10 TV Plus. Dylan Robichaud alongside Jay Plyburn. And
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. As we ring in the new year, did you hear we got a football game going on today?
A little football game happening somewhere.
Pasadena,
California. That's right.
All right, we are all pumped up and ready for some football action. The Buckeyes taking on the Ducks, and this is the forecast for you and if you have friends or family heading off to Pasadena. This is going to be kicking off at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, 2 o'clock Pacific Time. Look at these temperatures here. Man, oh man, don't we wish that was the numbers? Don't we wish these were the numbers that we were talking about here in Ohio? That's just not the case. On the other hand, today is the beginning of a brand new year. Let's take a look at some of those New Year's Day extremes going back in time. We've had some warm days, some cold days. We've even had snow. The warmest New Year's Day back on January the 1st, 1952, 67 degrees. The coldest New Year's back in 1968, -6 for that temperature. And then look at that, the snowiest. Not that much later, 5.2 inches back on January the 1st, 1964. Now, we are actually tracking some snowfall here, but as we ring in the new year, we get rid of 2024. 2024 will actually go down in the history books as the warmest year on record. You're probably thinking, well, you said last year was the warmest year on record. It was. Every single year has actually been a little bit warmer. You can see here 2024 is still taking the cake right now, and so maybe 2025 will surpass 2024. Let's talk about your weather headlines, and it's going to be cold, cloudy, maybe a few snow flurries in and around the area today. Bright and dry as we head towards your Thursday. Snow likely as we head into your Friday morning. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a bit. For today, though, we'll have a few intricate snowflakes here and there. It's not really going to amount to much. Here's a look at 12:30 p.m. You can see the blue on the map near the north near Marion, Bucyrus, Mansfield getting in on some of the action. That's pretty much it. A couple of hours of these snowflakes, and then look at that. By about 8:30 p.m., not only is the snow starting to move on out, we actually poke a few holes in the clouds, and the sun comes out, at least for a short while, as we head into Thursday morning. Kick the clouds out of here. Tomorrow will likely be the brightest day of the week, so we're looking forward to that. Let's talk about that 10 weather impact here on Friday morning. Snow, you betcha. Not a lot, though. It's going to be one of those Alberta clippers. We're looking at about a dusting to an inch, and then, man, rumor has it, it's about to get downright cold. Definitely bundle on up as we head into the weekend, and especially going into next week, because it's about to get a whole lot colder out here. Here's your storm right here, and again, if it doesn't look all that impressive, that's because it's not. These clipper systems tend to be very weak. This is going to be moving across the Buckeye State sometime early on Friday. Look at that, 6 a.m. So that's the only reason that we've issued that weather impact day is because of the timing, okay? 6 a.m., this is going to be moving on through, moves out of here by the afternoon. So we're talking a few hour window from maybe 4 a.m. till about 10 a.m. that we have that chance of snow, and then see you later, things start moving along and we end up drying up. How much do you get? Well, the blue on the map shows over an inch. Now, we have the cold air, okay? So anything that does fall will accumulate. But notice that we're looking at lower amounts down towards Circleville, Chillicothe, and out towards Washington Courthouse. This is kind of that sweet spot, that Goldilocks zone from Mount Vernon to Coshocton down to Newark, where we could be talking over an inch of snow, which could be certainly possible. Now, as we take a look at the snowfall comparison, looking at today versus a year ago at this time, take a look at the difference. Now, today we're looking at 24.6% of the U.S. covered in snow. A year ago, that number was about 4% less, only 20.3% covered in snow. Maybe that's a good omen for the rest of January, but so far we're off to a better start this month than what we saw last year at this time. Now, we got to talk about the weekend. And as we head towards Saturday, still looking at a dry day, Saturday, good travel day, and you're looking at that snowfall icon. You might be looking at your iPhone. Okay, what's the deal with this snow going into Sunday night, going into Monday? This is not going to impact any traveling that you have to do on Sunday because this will be a nighttime snow event Sunday night going into Monday. I want to take this time right now to walk you through the latest model data, okay? So now, starting you off Sunday, 8 o'clock, no snow within a 500-mile radius of Columbus here on Sunday morning. But you see that little low pressure down to the south? That's our next system that's going to be rolling on through. We have a good combination of warm, moist air coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, coupled with cold, dry air coming in from Canada. Those two kind of work in tandem with one another to give us some snowfall here on Sunday night going into Monday. This is Monday morning, and then by Monday afternoon, that begins to roll on out. There's some nuances here that I want to talk about, though. So right now, we have two predominant forecast models that we rely on, the American model and the European model. Both of them have it taking this track right here over northern Kentucky, southern Ohio. If that stays true and that comes to fruition, we could be looking at a plowable snow. On the contrary, it could be taking more of a southerly route, and if that happens, we would be looking at that belt of heavy snowfall pushing down to the south, and in that case, we'd just have a cloudy, cold day with snow flurries. So that certainly can and will change. The one thing that we are very highly confident about here is a shot of cold air that's going to be coming in from the north here going into Saturday and Sunday. That cold air is going to be with us for quite some time. And it's not just us that will take part in that cold. Look how far down to the south we're going to be looking at that extreme cold, all the way down to Florida, where they're going to be looking at temperatures close to 20 degrees below normal for this time of the year. And it's not just the cold air that we're talking about. Also, things will be a little bit drier as well from parts of Indiana down towards the Tennessee Valley as well. So maybe not quite as wet as what we saw in the months of November and December. Either way you swing it, though, take a look at this. Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at temperatures 8, 9, 10, 11 degrees below normal for this time of the year. We stay chilly through the weekend, and we stay cold as we head into the start of next week. This yellow line right here shows that temperature over the next 10 days. Every single day, with the exception of today, we're going to be well below average. So we're not looking at that changing anytime soon. It's going to be downright cold all through this weekend and going into next weekend as well. Let's get a look here at that 7-day forecast. Again, weather impact day issued on Friday for that snow. Saturday, not bad. Sunday night snow. And then Monday going into Tuesday, we're going to be looking at some more snow moving into the region. And then we will be looking at some cloudy, dreary weather heading into the next few days. And then, the jury is still out on the timing and the intensity of that Monday snow. Right now, it looks like things are pretty favorable for it to be snow. In the past, we were thinking, hey, this could actually be ice. Right now, it's taking a far enough south track that we would be looking at enough cold air to keep it all snow.
You're hoping for some snow, aren't you?
I think a lot of people are.
Well, it's the time of year. It's not like June would not
Right.
make sense to get snow, but yeah, as long as it doesn't mess up the driving conditions too bad, I'm here for it.
That's the big thing. It's all about the commute, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's move on to weather trivia.
Yes.
And it has to do with snow today. All right. So this is not a trick question. I'm not trying to fool you here. How cold does it need to be for clouds to produce snow? -12 to -18, below 32, 0, or -30 Fahrenheit?
How cold does it need to be for clouds to produce snow? So how cold does it need to be in the atmosphere?
Right.
Okay.
Not down at the ground.
I'm gonna say 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
0 degrees Fahrenheit. That is a good guess. It's actually -12 to
Even colder than that. Wow.
In order for deposition to form to produce a snowflake, it's got to be between -12 and -18 Fahrenheit in the cloud.
That's cold.
Which is interesting. If it's warmer than that, or if it's cold enough, or if it's colder than that, snowflakes won't form. It's got to be around that Goldilocks zone.
Right in that sweet spot.
All right.
Wow.
All right, so let's take a little bit about what will the snowflakes look like at the ground. And for that, I'm going to go back over and share with you different types of snowflakes here. So we all see snowflakes.
Ooh, la, la.
They come in different shapes and sizes here. Now, the snowflake size and what the snowflake looks like all has to do with the outside temperature. If the ground temperature is between 25 to 32, you're going to get these tiny little thin platelets. Now, if the temperature is a little bit colder, 21 to 25, you're going to be getting these needle-like figures. And then if the temperature is 14 degrees Fahrenheit to 21 degrees Fahrenheit, you start getting these hollow-like columns. And then as we drop down the temperature, this is where things really get neat. From 10 degrees to 14 degrees Fahrenheit, you start getting these plate-like figures. This is what actually looks like a snowflake. And then dendrites form when the temperature gets from 3 degrees Fahrenheit to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is that quintessential, the Grinch stole Christmas kind of snowflake that everybody envisions. It's the beautification of the snowflake that we all love. Typically, it's got to get pretty cold for that, but definitely can happen if we get down closer to zero. It has to get really cold to get those perfectly symmetrical snowflakes.
I hope we get some snow.
I do too. I really hope that, for folks who want to go skiing and stuff like that, they kind of get what they've been wishing for.
Or if you want to use your snowplow that you got for Christmas.
Yep.
That's not me.
Not me either. But you know what? Snowplow drivers, they got to make their money too.
Yep.
All right.
Season.
That does it for us here on 10 TV Plus. Tune in for Jerry Mart's Night at 4, 5, and 6.